I have come across so many people who assume that meatloaf was an Appalachian creation for the Great Depression. I hate to burst your bubble, though. The concept of meatloaf actually goes back to ancient Romans, where they were already grinding meat with bread and wine because whole cuts were expensive and chewing bread was actually optional at that point. Europeans ran with it for centuries, though. If meat was scarce, you stretched it. If it tasted weird, you called it tradition and literally prayed that nobody knew the difference. But this is where the Americans come in and say, hold my ration card, baby. But let's rewind a little bit further first. Late 1800s, the meat grinder hit the home kitchen. Suddenly, the toughest, saddest cuts could be pulverized into something resembling a dinner. Breadcrumbs, oats, eggs, onion, whatever was laying around got folded in, and it wasn't just for flavor. It was trying to save and ration and just make meals with what they had. Then the Great Depression showed up, and the meatloaf clocked in absolutely full time. 1 pound of meat feeding 6 to 12 people at a time. No garnish, no joy. It was just calories and hope to stay alive for the next week. So, as we know it, World War II locked it in as a national icon. Rationing made meat scarce. Government pamphlets encouraged meatloaf, and cookbooks praised it. I can show you some from the 1900s if you want to see them. And meatloaf wasn't just dinner, it was patriotic duty. And this is a really big key point. And after the war, Americans slapped ketchup on it and pretended everything was just fine. They sweet glazed it to cover it with generational trauma. They served it weekly and never questioned it. It was always there. And that's why meatloaf is a cult favorite today. Now, this is a gamble I'm willing to bet on, but I'm guaranteeing at least 98% of the country has had it one way or another. I know I have at least 3 or 4 different recipes for it, but this is one of my favorites, and it's got booze on top. I mean, how can you lose? If you like this recipe and others like it, make sure to stay tuned for my upcoming cookbook, Unscripted. And stay PHAT, my friends.